Hey, this is John. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Mechanical Mastery. In the last episode, we set up this supercritical phase shifter to turn polonium into antimatter. And that's going pretty well, I think. We've got 131 millibuckets of antimatter, so we need more, but we'll get there. So, we're getting there. I went ahead and added some more pipes to the water guy, so I doubled the amount of water we can supply here. So we can now burn through 67 millibuckets per tick, and that's close to our max burn rate. So that's pretty good, really. Unfortunately, that means our fuel is going to drop like a rock, so we'll have to look into doing something with that, which we'll do right now, I think. Let's solve our fissile fuel problem, or at least see what we can do about solving it. So I did go ahead and double the number of radioactive barrels over here. I doubt we'll need them for very much longer because they're just running while this guy generates polonium pellets, which again, I'm not sure I need, but if we need them, we'll have them. So I have gone ahead and made a little path over here, and I think we can just take the XNAT system right down here. So actually not here. Be very careful when I break this, but the plan is to simply have the XNAT system be here as well, so we can deal with the gases that might be part of this. I know they will connect these barrels, but that doesn't really matter. And the nice thing is we have facades, so we can hide these cables that don't need to be here. So we can actually put facades on all of these things until we actually want to use one of these connectors, which at the moment I don't, but if I do, we'll have those. So what do I actually need? Well, I think I need at least 2 machines, maybe 3. We've got, what is it, this guy? No, this guy. We've got the pressurized reaction chamber that takes water and oxygen and coal and turns it into sulfur. We're going to need more sulfur because this guy pretty much just barely keeps up with this guy. We are not getting an influx of sulfur dust. We're trying to keep like 236 on hand, and this guy just never gets up there. He's not like he's starting and stopping. He's never stopping. So we need another one of these guys, and then we need another one of these chemical oxidizers to turn the sulfur dust into sulfur dioxide. So if we can get 2 of those, we should be good. So let's see here. We don't actually need the one net system for this guy, the pressurized reaction. No, the oh yes we do. I'm sorry, that's stupid. Yes we do. We need to get oxygen in there. So we need it for both these guys. So let's make another pressurized reaction chamber. We're going to need an enrichment chamber. Why do I always forget to do that? I don't know. I should just make a pattern to make these guys, because I make them quite a bit. Okay, this guy is going to make our sulfur dust for us. And then the other guy is going to be a chemical oxidizer. So let's make one of those. Here we go. Alright, we're going to need this stuff. There we go, chemical oxidizer. Alright, so let's see here. Chemical oxidizer has upgrades. You have all of them, and you are not power hungry, so you should have all of them. Pressurized reaction chamber. Again, you're fine. Okay, so we want speed and energy upgrades for all of them. I want all of them. So let's do this and this. Okay, there we go. We're going to want energy cards in each of these. Otherwise, they won't have any power. Okay. And we're going to need, we'll need to set the system to import oxygen. This guy needs water. So let's get a fluid card with water in it. That is channel 2. There we go. He's got water. Now he just needs oxygen and he needs coal. So let's put an item card where he gets coal in him. So you are an insert. Let's get a counting filter. So insert counting filter, coal block, and oh, wrong way. I think realistically, if you just had 2, that would be fine. Why doesn't that work? Are you... Nope, you're set to go. You're channel 1, your blocks of coal, your insert, you're on the default side. Is your side config weird? Let's see here. You should be an input-output to the back. There we go. Energy, fluids, gases. You are going to need to be an input-output to the back because do you produce anything? You produce hydrogen. Yeah, you have to be an export as well. Okay, so that should be fine for him when we get oxygen in there. So let's go ahead and do that as well. I want to change this guy real quick. I'm going to put him at 2 blocks of coal, because as you can see, he doesn't produce coal. He doesn't use the coal very often, and I like to be efficient with my resources, you know, not using too much if I don't have to. Alright, so we simply need to copy this one pressurized reaction chamber, the insert of oxygen, to the first guy. So this has got to be the right guy. So which one of you... You are all extracts. You're not, and you're not. But you, okay, you are a extract on the down. That makes sense because I probably put your output on the down. I'll have to look at that. That makes no. That should be the back, and the down is not the back. The down would be like the south. Yeah. Okay. Let me look at that for a minute. What about the oxygen? You are oxygen, and you are oxygen. So it would have to be this guy. So let's copy this guy and this guy, and let's see what happens. So you do not get gas in you. Now, is this because I didn't follow my same pattern? I put you as an input extract on the bottom. Interesting. Okay. Okay, that actually makes sense. Okay. So let's just change that and have the the gas config be an input output on the bottom. Okay. He's getting oxygen. He's making that. He needs to have an item card that extracts on the back. So let's put him to be an extract. Item card. Insert on 1. Extract on 2. Why isn't that working? You work. Side config. Items on the back. Insert output. Okay. Side config. Wait a minute. Items. There we go. I don't know what happened there. I must have done something stupid. Okay. I don't see you filling up with hydrogen, so I guess you must be going to the hydrogen guy as well. Let's look at the hydrogen guy, make sure he's okay. He's like, what, down here? Yeah. Okay. And I did get rid of the other guy, the quantum entangled porter. Since we're not trading hydrogen back and forth anymore, I didn't feel a need to put that in there. He's still in that channel, you know, the whatever it lives, but he's not anywhere useful. He's not. He's not anywhere. He's not. Whatever I mean, he's gone. Don't worry about it. All right, you are going to need an input of something. Let's see here. Let's get this going. So you need to be extracting round robin. Okay, let's set you up by default. Okay, you are going to be an insert of a counting filter of 8 sulfur whatevers. So let's get sulfur dust. And we're going to say that I want the thermal sulfur dust first. And then I want the mechanism sulfur dust. Channel 1. Okay. You don't get anything. What's your side config? Alright, there we go. He's making sulfur dioxide. Gases. Don't eject, please. You should be an extract out the back. So if we drag your sulfur dioxide out of there, that should fix this problem. So, where's my oxidizers? Alright. You are an extract on the south. Does that work? It sure doesn't. Your extract should be on the down, not the south. So let's look at that again. Maybe it's on the north. The north looks correct to me. Which way am I facing? I am facing south. So yeah, this is the north side. And this is the north side of the block. I think. I don't know. Whatever. It's working. We're going to leave it like it is. We are now getting more sulfur dioxide. This guy is simply being taken. And these should basically just keep up because these guys are just fast enough for one. But we're now producing twice as much sulfur dioxide, which hopefully means we are producing twice as much fuel. Oh, you are not producing enough water vapor. That's a problem. I downgraded your speed. Let's fix that. We have plenty of power now, so I only want to go one at a time, though. I don't want to increase him too much. He needs more than that. Alright, we got more power. That's enough. He's increasing now. Okay, there we go. I want to make sure I didn't increase him past the point of where he needs to be, though. Is he going down now? I'd say he's actually stable with just the one more upgrade. So, yeah. His 5 is okay. Alright. So, chemical infuser, the sulfur trioxide guy, you have plenty of oxygen, you don't have enough sulfur dioxide. This is still our big problem. Yeah, it doesn't matter he's not fast enough. He can't be any faster because he doesn't have enough sulfur dioxide. He's going as fast as he needs to. So, realistically, we need to get even more of these guys. So, like, I don't know, we need to do the exact same thing again and generate even more sulfur dioxide if we want to keep up with this. So, but the other part I need to think about is, do I need that? Well, A, yes, I do. Because there's no sulfur dioxide here, or sulfuric acid here, which means we can't make any more of these charges to do my system of ores. I definitely want to do that. The rain is going to start our polonium generation too, but, well, whatever. It's fine. Okay. Oh, by the way, this guy is super power hungry. I actually had to increase him to 1.6 million RF per tick to keep up with generation, and it's not keeping up anymore. We are actually generating too much polonium now. And that's because this guy finally got his polonium pellets, I guess. Yeah, he does. So that means we're getting even more polonium in here. We are generating 3 million RF per tick, so we can go up from where this is. Let's try 2 million RF and see if that takes care of things. It does not. Okay. Let's say 2.4 million RF. Still no. Wow, okay. 2.8. That still isn't enough power. Wow. 3 million is not enough for him to do this. Okay. Well, you know what? We now have too much polonium and not enough power to process it. So I don't know what to do about that. Let me just make sure that if I burn 3 million RF, we have enough for everything else. How much power are you? You're making just over. You're making 62,000 RF per tick besides that. So I don't actually want you to go to 3 million. I want to put you at 2.8 million. If you can't process anyway, I'm not too worried about this. So we're just going to go down to that. And I want to have a good buffer of power everything else. I did set him to be a priority of negative 5,000. So he will get energy last in the system. Everything else should be powered even if we run out. But it will be nice to have a buffer, which, you know, we're not going to have if we burn through our power here. So let's just temporarily see what happens if I say just bypass the limit. Okay, so see, he is just, it's in this pipe, I think. So, okay, he's now gone through his backlog. So, now that he's done that, we may have a better idea of how much power it takes to run this guy. So, let's go back to 2.8 and see what happens. Okay, actually, he's fine. Okay, so I may have been mistaken about how much power we need to do this. So, let's try this again. He was at 1.6 million. Let's take it down to 2, because for some reason, okay, you can see the polonium climbs. He needs more than 2. Does he need more than 2.5 million RF to keep up? It looks like just barely, yes he does, because he's climbing, but much slower than he was. So again, I want to try 2.75. Okay, ever so slowly, he's going down. Okay, cool. That's kind of what I wanted to see. I want him to basically process polonium as fast as it comes in. I don't want any excess polonium. I want all of it turned to antimatter immediately. So this is a good compromise, because I don't understand why, but he will simply burn through the power even if he doesn't need it. It's not like he uses as much as he takes, or sorry, it's not like he uses only what he needs. You can see that he will just burn through the power if I bypass the limit. So I don't want to do that. I only want to burn what he needs, because I won't have a buffer if I don't do that. So okay, because you produce 3 million, that's 250,000 RF for everything else. And our mechanism machines are pretty hungry, so I do worry about them as well. So let's see, yeah, we're down to like 5 billion RF. That's a ton, but you know, we don't want to. We want all our numbers to grow. We're trying to get, you know, better. We don't want to go down any. So, how are you doing? So, it looks like you're slowly dropping still, and that makes sense. We doubled your usage, and you were already a little bit on the edge. So, we're gonna have to go ahead and do another one of those guys. The like definitely at least one more, maybe 2. So that's what I plan to do next, and see what happens. Isn't it nighttime? It seems like nighttime. My clock? My clock? I can't read it. All right, I don't know what the clock means. I'm not very good at clocks. Yeah, he's on 6. That is perfect, because that's basically what this guy makes at any one time, I think. He's not making any now because it is nighttime. So, you are nighttime now, right? Okay. There we go. It's hard to see with the clock exactly when you can sleep. I wish I had something to do with that. But, yeah, and you can see if he has a night cycle, he will have to process more during the day. But he can do that pretty well. And we are producing, it should be 68 millibuckets of nuclear waste every, 67? Yeah. whatever I'm burning, that's how much waste we get from it. So 67 millibuckets of waste every tick. That's what we're getting in here. So our system should be fully kept up. Okay, so I think that's a good wrapping up point for today's episode. Hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like and subscribe button. Come back, see us next time, and see what we do then, because maybe it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. I'm having fun. I hope you are too. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.